Hello there, I'm Cher Johnston. Welcome to my happy place. I decided today I had to get out of my head and into my hands. I haven't worked on this project at all till I picked it up just a few minutes ago and started doing this. I'm doing a Palestrina knot. Sometimes I know exactly what I'm doing until I start to tell you what I'm doing, and then I lose my words. So let me just show you how this goes. I'll tell you, I've been showing you. First of all, I have some, this is getting too low. I have some, whoops. Oh, okay. It's on the floor now. I'll get it in a minute. I have some razzle thread. It's rayon. I sort of like the contrast of the torn and ripped fibers with the sparkly rayon. I started off with this, with the knots being up. See here? The knots were up higher. I don't know what happened. So I made a little stitch that I'm going to go underneath that stitch, and I'm going to go pull the thread this direction, and it makes like a little Y. See the Y? Then I'm going to take the eye of the needle and go underneath the bottom of that Y and wrap the thread around the needle like that. Pull through. Make a nice little knot. So I had this, it looked better, I think, in the beginning. Except in the very beginning, I was pulling too tight and yeah. So I'm going to go underneath that stitch and don't poke yourself. Made a Y. See the Y? And then underneath one leg, ouch, of the Y, I poke myself with this pin. Ah, okay. And this thread has to go behind that, and there we go. Let's do one more. Just one more. Then I'm going to get different thread. Okay, I just do one little stitch, and then I go under that and make the Y. See the Y? And then I'm going to go underneath the bottom leg of that stitch and wrap this thread around the needle, pull through and make a nice little knot. Okay, then I'm going to go to the back. Oh wait, actually I don't want it on the back. Or do I? Yeah. Okay. Nope. Let's go back. Let's go in between. I can't really do that very well, can I? Let's do this. Let's make a knot and put it in there. Pull the knot tight and pull it through. There we go. Now we can cut it off. Now, I need to stitch this up here. And I'm going to stitch around I'm going to stitch around 3 sides to make a pocket. Then I have a couple more pockets here. But before I do that, I want to show you. Oh, before I do that, I need to stitch this down. And I haven't decided if I'm going to cut that off or not. To decide that next. I want to show you this. So this is, I have 2 of them that I'm working on. So I took this, and it's kind of like, it's a little bit like a snippet roll, 3 inches wide, and I just put down, I tacked down some fabrics on there. I think I showed you these last video. Then what I did is I took some, this is Sashiko thread, and this is some silk, what's this, that I used in one of my videos earlier today. So I'm just using up, and all I did basically is I just wanted to use up little pieces, and I'm just going in here, and actually I think I did it from the top. I don't know if it makes any difference, not much really. I'm just going to go in and I'm just kind of folding the fabric over the needle. I had my Sashiko thimble in the other room. So get to the end of the line and I go in and go out there. And then I'm just folding the fabric over the needle. Not really much to think about, really. And I'm just using up threads that I have here on my table. Like this thread I put on there for the other one, but instead of leaving the needle, I'm just gonna use it up. And what I do with this is like a lot of people have, there's a lot of different ways that people do slow stitching. And if they do a tutorial that they say this is how I do slow stitching, I think it's different for everyone. Maybe it's not different for everyone. I think a lot of people do this kind of. If you watch um, Rachel Roxbury from Roxy Creations, I think she does a lot of this kind of. She does it very similar to this. Let's just say that, where she collages on a bunch of fabrics, and then she does cantha stitch. I'm going to end this off because it's getting kind of short. Then she does cantha stitch around, and there's no, you can't say, it's not like an exact, well, I do 3 rows of vertical stitching and then I do 5 rows of, it's not like that at all. Like you just pick up the needle and thread and put it in someplace. And, like here, here I stopped because I went, oh, I did this once before where I took this thread, it's like a teal, and I did stem stitch on some of those, and I can see that wants a some little detached chain stitches. So I outlined that and I put some running stitch here, but I left that so that I could, because that was my idea for that. This one here, I did, I went back and forth this way and I ended up over here and this was all blank, and I don't know, I avoided the gold marks because I have some gold that I might want to put in there. And then I had this idea for this, that I want some nice fluffy blue, like I want this to have fluffy blue French knots. I don't know if I have fluffy yarn, but we'll see. Anyways, so it kind of develops sort of organically. So I have to finish that on this. Then I started the center again is going to be this with the photograph, or a hole for a photograph, I haven't decided. And then it's going to say God, and then it's going to have an L and a V and an E. So I did these. I have this new fabric. We just went to Hobby Lobby yesterday, and I got this beautiful upholstery fabric. I just love it. I don't know if I like this color on here. I have to figure that out. Then I have a couple of things. I had forgotten about these that I could put. I also have yo-yos and stuff. Those would go on the back. I mean, on the outside. And what's going to happen on the outside is I'm going to do all this kind of stitching and then figure out where these, I might not use that one. It's kind of where those will go. Or maybe just these. This is a piece of silk that I really like. That might go there. Or it might go here. I don't know. I forgot I had those. And this. I have a die cut, a circle die cut. I could cut that with a die cut. Anyway, that's where I'm at. I'm going to work on this and come back for that. Let me know in the comments what you think about these letters. Should I do it in white or should I find a darker blue? I like this, except that I don't like that color of this. And I guess I think it's this thread. I could take those sections and just cut them out, right? Or knot it on the back or something. Thought about that. Or this I think is too close to that color. Maybe I should try white. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments. And in the meantime, we're going to finish. Where did it go? I'm going to finish the one that I was just working on. But I need to pause the camera. Oh, here it is. And get more thread. And I think I'm going to stitch this down off camera. And then, I don't know, I'll come back. All right, I sewed this up along the bottom there. And then realized that I left the sides. See, the sides are wide open too. And I thought about doing a hidden pocket. You could do that. That might be kind of cool. Maybe another time though. So I hid the knot in the middle of those. Now, I'm gonna do, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna go back here. Okay. I may have put this on crooked a little bit. I don't really care. But I'm going to put it together like this. Oh, I have green Dazzle. Dazzle 1585 metallic rayon, color DZ4149. And it's Dazzle because it has a little metallic in it. This is the one I used. The Razzle is rayon. It's 100% rayon. Color RZM06. And those you can get at suspargo.com. And I think I just went to her website recently. And she has thread, what do you call it? Somebody told me in one of the comments that you can get thread things that keeps your thread from unraveling. And you can get them on, she said you can get them on Temu for like $7. I think she has them at suspargo.com for $5. So I have a few things that I want to order from her. And I think I'm going to get some thread thingies. So what I'm doing here, I just realized you can't see the back. I'm doing a ladder stitch. See, that's what the back of the ladder stitch looks like. I'm going to go over here and up. And then on one side, it has these straight lines. And on the other side, it has, it looks like little dashes. I did, on this side, I did that kind of a stitch. It's like a, I don't know what it's called, but you would go from here and go here, right? But this time I'm going from here, I'm going there, and then from here to there. And I was just doing it sort of one at a time. It's called stab stitching. I don't know why. Don't ask me why. I just felt like stab stitching. I have runny nose today. It's been off and on all day. I'm allergic to milk and milk products, but sometimes you just gotta have ice cream. I went and had ice cream today. It was so yummy. But you know, I'll be good for a while. Till I do have cheese now and then. If I eat cheddar cheese, it doesn't seem to have the same effect. Okay, well, this is silly stitching away and talking about allergies. Okay, so there's that seam. I'm liking this because the more I stitch here and make it go through to the back, the more stitches I get on the back, and I like that. And I'm going to do like 2 or 3 stitches here just to hold that in place. Excuse me. And then I'm going to take this thread and let's see, what do I want to do next? I really want this little lady on here. So I want a little pocket here. And I'm gonna do, again, I'm gonna hide the knot in the back. I'm gonna do I don't know what this stitch is called, but I'm gonna do it. I watched this lady on YouTube today who did a she did a crochet lace all the way around scrapbook paper, not scrapbook paper, but you know, tea-dyed paper for a journal. It's something that I've been thinking about, but I was going to do it on fabric. Just take, you know, you can do chain stitches on fabric. I'm not catching enough of this. Uh-oh. Anyway, is this gonna stay? Nope. Just move that over a little bit. What was I saying? Oh, I was going to do, I have done this before on my channel. Did some chain stitches, and you can use those chain stitches to add embroidery or crochet, like single crochet stitches, and then make crochet lace. I used to make crochet lace, and it's been a long time, and I don't have those patterns anymore. It seems like it was pretty easy. Now this here, I'm gonna do that same stitch that I just did on the other side. I'm going to do a ladder stitch. But anyway, she had a link to a website with lots of crochet lace patterns and crochet doilies, and I think I do a lot of crochet. I don't do that on YouTube. I don't know. I know that I have people on my Facebook group who do crochet. I don't know if you're interested in watching me do crochet. I don't know. But I'm also thinking about doing watercolor. I did watercolors when I first started doing YouTube. I did some watercolors, and then pretty quickly decided that I couldn't really teach myself to do watercolor while I was learning to do YouTube. All right, now let's look. That looks kind of cool. Now, let's do, if I go over there, I don't want to do that. I want to go, let's do this. See what I'm doing? I'm angling my needle because I want it to go in there, but I want it to come out up here. I don't have a lot of thread left. Sometimes the stitches that I use are determined by how much thread is in my needle. So I can take this amount of thread and do a running stitch right across there. You can see that a little bit, a little tiny bit. I like the dazzle. I like what it adds. I need beads and sequins and fancy stuff. Yeah. What do you think? All right. Okay. Oh, I think I probably already have an hour. Okay. I want you guys, I'm going to end off here. But I want you all to let me know. My gosh, how pretty is that? Oh, I just love it. Let me know. I have 2 questions for you. This is, now I'm going to take this needle, I'm going to take this thread, and I'm going to bury it in there. And that's just going to take that thread that's sort of fraying like that, and it's going to hide it. It's going to hide that end in there. And then I have some little. Okay, I'm going to end off here. And find my little book. I don't know what happened to my little book. And oh, I have things to go in my pockets. Ho. Now I have a little palette that goes in this one. I want to know 2 things. I want you to give me your opinion on these letters. Should I try a different background color? Because I have a lot of white. I could just use some nice white linen. That goes with this one. And this is definitely a pocket altar. It's definitely a religious thing because it's going to say God and love. And then I want to make tags to go in the pockets. This might have to be cut shorter, right? But this might work better. But I want these pockets to have photographs, tags. I want to do some watercolors. So I want to know if you want to watch me do watercolors. Here's one of my little watercolor flowers. Well, no, you know what? I'm just going to do it whether you want to see it or not. Whether you like it or not. You don't have to watch. But let me know what you think about, I want your opinion on these. I love this fabric, I really do. Should I try it with white? Should I try it? I'm thinking if this section of that thread was gone, I could use this. This is DMC Floss 931. I could use a lighter, almost white. Maybe I could use purple or green wouldn't show. Maybe I could use purple. Maybe something else would show up nicely. No, I want something thicker than this. Anyways, give me your opinions. Just tell me what you think. about that. And I'll do another video and finish. I think I'm going to finish this off camera, and I'll show that to you once it's done. And then I'll show you my progress on this one and the other one. But I want opinions on these letters. Did I say that enough times? Thanks for watching. Bye for now.